Taking deep breaths, calm the body down. Bring your hands to mudra and place it like this on your knees. And let us do the powerful chest bellows. Let us do the bhastrika. Let us do it between 60 and 80 times. So breathing in and out, ratio 1:1. Slowing down. Let us do the second breathing exercise. This one is a small inhale and a forceful exhale. The ratio between the inhale and the exhale is 1:2. It is called Kapalabhati, the skull shining breath. Let us again do it between 60 and 80 times. Now the two breath work that we just did is a little bit on the invigorating side. So not a good idea to do it before bedtime, and if you have an issue with high blood pressure, please take it easy in case you're feeling a little bit dizzy after the breath work. So now let us do the alternate nostril breathing. Keep your left palm in mudra onto your knees, and the right one, take out your pinky and your ring finger. Press down the other two, your index and the middle finger are pressed. Hold on to your left nostril and inhale with your right nostril. With the thumb, press down your right and exhale left. Let us do a mental count. Inhale. Press left nostril and exhale with the same count. Let us do it 2 more times. Exhale with your right nostril and gently bring your palms back to mudra to your knees. Let us make the Om sound, the Om mantra, because this calms the body down. Let us do it 3 times. Inhale. palms from Mudra. Place it like this on your knees. Tilt your neck to one side and let us start by rotating the neck. Focus on your breath. Deep inhale and exhale. If you have finished one full circle, feel free to go in the opposite direction. When you're ready, we could slowly straighten the neck and the back and sit upright. Now bring your left palm to your right knee. Use your right palm right behind your back. Twist your torso and let us look over the right shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Releasing that. And let us do the same thing. So keep in mind that you don't have to sit like me, even in any posture, that's fine. Keeping the right palm to your left knee, twist. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We are releasing that. Okay, now let us do a little bit of shoulder work. This is routine in most of my videos. You will see the same thing. So we're going to keep the right elbow on the top and the left one on the bottom. Let us interlace it and keep it lifted up to chin level. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let us swap it and do the same thing now. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Release it and gently bring your hands to the sides. Awesome. Now we're going to straighten out our legs and sit down like this in staff pose. With your left palm, hold on to your toes and lift up your right arm, and we're going to look over the right shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Swap. Right palm to your toes again and lift up your left. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Release that. Awesome. Now we're going to sit down in garden pose, also called Malasana. So we're going to squat like this, and if your heels do not touch the floor, don't worry about it. Just place a rolled up towel or a blanket or even a yoga brick. So what we're going to have to do is to squat like this, bring the hands to the center of your chest and push those knees out and keep the back as straight as you can. A little bit work on the shoulders, so bring your left palm to your right ankle. Use your right palm behind your back. We're going to look up at the ceiling if you're outdoor in the sky with the right elbow inside. Deep breathing here. Release that, and we are going to do the same thing using the right palm. Hold on to your left ankle. This elbow comes down a little bit, and let us do the left palm behind your neck, looking up. Let us release that, and let us bring our heels a little bit closer together and squat like this. When you're ready, take an inhale and bring the hands up over your head. Let me count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slowly bring your palms to the side. Let us hug those knees in and stand up. Come to Tadasana. Come to the front of your mat and we are going to start with the vinyasa. So let us come to chair pose. Inhale, exhale and bring your palms down, head towards your knees. Straighten your back, look up and inhale. Palms on both sides of the mat. Let us step back to high plank. If you want, come to low plank, exhale. Cobra looking up, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. So keep in mind your feet should be about hip length apart. Palms press down, spider palms like this. Looking towards your belly button, and with the exhalation, we're going to try and tighten the core and your root chakra if possible. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We are going to step forward and we're going to do a little bit of stretching, standing stretches here. So keep your legs out apart, clasp your palms to the back of your body. Take a great big inhale and with the exhale, let us come down as low down as possible, extending your arms away from the body. Ready to lift up, inhale. Let us repeat this 2 more times. Exhale as your body comes down, keeping those knees straight. Inhale up. One more time. Lift up, inhale. Our feet are still apart here. So what we're going to do is to get the left foot outward, left foot pointing outside, and your right foot is parallel with the mat. So let us come to warrior pose by bending that left knee, your right knee straight, and if you can, just press down on the big toe and the arch of the foot lifted up, and make sure the knee to ankle is in one line. So let us do warrior pose number 2. 1, 2, drishti or your focus should be on your fingertips. 3, 4, and 5. Let us bring the right palm behind your right knee and lift up. 1, 2, 3. This is the reverse warrior. 4 and 5. Let us release that. Clasp your palms to the back of your body and bring your left shoulder down on the right side of your left knee. This is the humble warrior. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We are going to lift up and do the same thing on the other side. Your right foot is pointing out now. Bend your right knee. Keep all those points in mind, the toe, the arch of the foot, knee to ankle, coming as low so that this one is pretty much parallel with the mat. Warrior pose number 2, we're going to keep the tailbone tucked in rather than arching back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let us reverse the warrior. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Release that and clasp your palms to the back of your body. Let us be humble in the humble warrior, bringing the right shoulder down. Extend your arms away from your body. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Lifting up. Straighten out both your knees like this, and let us do wide-legged forward bend. So take an inhale, hands going up, and exhale, coming down. Come down from your hips. Now plant your palms down to the mat, keeping it like this, And try to bring the crown of your head to the mat. 1, 2, both knees have to be straight. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Release and come back up. And let us bring both our feet together and stand in Mountain Tadasana. Let us finish with the vinyasa again. Let us bring our palms to both sides of the mat. We are going to step or jump into Chaturanga if you want a little more action, or just step. It's fine either way. So palms on both sides, step or jump to Chaturanga. Cobra pose, look up, inhale. Down dog, exhale. From here, you can step forward if you want to have some more fun jump. Inhale, looking up. Palms to the mat, head towards your knees. Exhale. Bending your knees. Come into chair. Inhale. Samasthiti. Let us do the second round. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale and bring the palms down. Head towards the knees. Straighten your back, look up, inhale. Palms on both sides of your mat. Let us step or jump to Chaturanga. Cobra, look up, inhaling. Downward dog, exhale. Counting to 5. 1, 2, exhalation, let's tighten the core. 3, 4, and 5. Stepping forward, we are going to balance. Alright, I told you that this is intermediate, so we are going to go a little more than the usual. So let us try the half moon pose. So your left foot is aligned in this 45-degree angle, and we're going to bend this. Keep your left palm down and lift up both the right arm as well as the right leg. It's okay to use the tips of your fingers for this, but if you're comfortable, you can also do this. You have to imagine you are in a 2D plane, or sometimes I say just wedged between two walls. You can either keep your gaze straight or looking up through that palm. And now, if you please, you can bend that knee and hold that foot to sugarcane pose. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Release that and let us do the same thing on the other side. Right foot turning out a little bit, 45 degrees. And keep your right palm down. And let us shoot up both the left palm, left arm, as well as the left leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You're going to bend that. Let us get into sugarcane. 1, 2, 3, 4. You want to go more intense, you're welcome to hook it into your elbow also. And 5. Just a variation. And the beauty of YouTube is you can always pause the video and keep the pose for a bit longer. Alright, let us start the vinyasa, finish it. Palms on both sides, we are going to step or jump to Chaturanga. Cobra, look up, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Step or jump forward, looking up, inhale. Palms to the mat, head towards your knees, exhale. Bending your knees, come into chair, inhale. Samasthiti. Let us do the third round now. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale and palms come down. Straighten your back, look up, inhale. Palms on both sides, step or jump, Chaturanga. Cobra, look up, inhale, open chest here. Down dog, exhale. Counting to 5 like I always do. 1, looking towards your belly button. 2, 3, 4, and 5. What we're going to do is to just get like this on our fours, tabletop pose. So palms should be directly under the shoulders, knees in the same line as the palms. So just sit like this. Also keep in mind knees pretty much hip length apart. Tabletop. So let us do the tiger tail pose here. So my left palm and right knee are on the mat. Lift up your right arm and your left leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. If you can just bend that knee and hold that foot. 1, arching your back a little bit. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Just bring your body down. If you want, you can vary it. If your body feels up to it, you are going to flip the grip and lift it up. Same thing, a different variation. And release that. I'm presenting different variations so that you feel you're doing the same pose, but basically on your comfort. That is very important. Now let us do the same thing. Your right palm and your left knee are on the mat. You're going to lift up the right side, right leg, and your left arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We are going to bend that knee and find that foot somehow. Hold that and then arch the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Are you ready to flip the grip? You can always use a strap if you want to do a little bit more. So using that foot, use a strap and hold it up. I'm going to just do the flip the grip variation so you can see it. So wonderful for the shoulders, actually, this poses. And release it. Those are the different variations of Vyagrasana, which is the tiger tail pose. So since we did so much, it's important to rest. So let us lie down in rabbit pose. Let us do a little bit of hips here. So we're going to keep those knees out open. And if this is very painful, you are welcome to place a break between your bottoms and your heels, or a rolled up blanket or a towel. So we're going to bring our palms to the elbows, bring that down, bring it forward, and rest your cheek on the mat. When you're ready, just lift up like this. And let us work on straightening our legs. Sitting down in staff pose. This is a pose I always do in every yoga flow that I do with you. Inhale, hands going up over the head. And exhale, bring your palms to your toes and the head coming down from the hips to your knees. Please avoid rounding the back, that is very important. Ready? Inhale, hands up, and exhale, bring them to the sides. Awesome. Now we are going to bring the left foot towards the right hip joint. Now, variations as I call it. If this is not possible, it's okay if it's still a little bit lower. But it's ideal if this foot is, the heel is pressing into your stomach. So it gives a nice massage to the digestive organs when you fold forward. So if you can bring your left palm all the way behind your back and hold on to the left toe. I do this very easily, but in the beginning it was a struggle for me. So don't worry if that doesn't happen. You can always use a strap, or bring both your palms to the foot, or use a strap here, and then fold forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slowly let us come back up. Now we're going to bend that knee and bring this foot in this way. So you're not sitting on it, it is placed on the right side of your thigh. And now use your left palm, hold on again, or use a strap here. The right palm holding on to your left knee. It is a bit tricky, isn't it? And we're going to twist the torso and look over your left shoulder. 1, Bharadwaja's twist pose. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Release that, and let us do the same thing on the other side. So straighten out both your legs and bring your right foot to your left hip joint. Right palm holding to your right toe, and use your left palm holding onto your left foot. Let us fold forward, head towards the knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Gently lift up, and now we are going to bend that left knee just the way we did on the right side. So bending that left knee, bring it on the side of your thigh, and if you experience any pain in your knee joint, just use a little rolled up towel to elevate it a little bit. And now bring your left palm to your right knee, right palm goes behind your back and holds onto the right foot. This is the Bharadwajasana, and if you want, you can even place for your wrist. It's so beautiful. And if you feel comfortable, you can even place that palm down and put your right thigh on top of it, and then twist. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We are going to release that and lie down in Shavasana. Rest here for a bit. Alright, when you're ready, let us do the bridge pose. So let us keep our knees bent like this. Bring your palms to your ankles, and let us lift up the bottoms, and pressing down on the shoulders, let us keep it lifted up as high as possible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Gently come down. Alright, so now we are going to do pretty much a mixture of two poses, which is the bridge pose and the fish pose. If you do not feel comfortable doing it, just stick with the fish pose. So for the fish pose, you have to get your head up to a 90-degree angle like this. So support it with your palms. Be very careful of your neck here. If there is any discomfort, just avoid this posture, or you can keep a rolled up blanket or a towel under it. And then slowly bring your palms to the sides of your thighs. This is a fish pose. But what I have in mind for you is a little more intense, so we are going to do a combination. So lift your head up to a fish pose, and your knees and your feet are in a bridge pose position. So pretty much hip length apart. And you're going to lift up like that, bring your hands to the sides of your head, so you're supporting it. Then release it. The crown of your head is in contact with the floor, and hold on to your heels like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let us again support and then come down. Take deep breaths and relax. Okay, we're going to work a little bit on our shoulders here. So we're going to lift up a little bit, keep the forearms onto the floor, and we're going to lift our bottoms up like this, but as high as possible so the shoulders are really stretched so nicely here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Awesome. Release that and back to diamond pose, which is a relaxing pose. So keep your legs together, your feet together. And once you're down onto the mat, bring your palms to your elbows and keep it lifted up over your head. Slowly release and let us work a little bit on our core. So a few core drills here. Keep your knees in this position. Your feet should not be very close to your bottoms, but in this position. Now I'm going to ask you to float your right leg, palms like that, hands floating. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, bring your body up, your chest touching your left thigh. Okay, so let us repeat this about 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, last one, and 7. Awesome. So come back and take rest briefly. Bend both your knees again, and let us now float the left one. Lift up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Awesome. Back to Shavasana and rest. Now, let us bend both our knees like this. Bring the palms to the back of your neck so you're supporting it. And keep a little bit of a distance, a gap between both your palms like this. Elbows are coming down rather than going up. Keep your knees bent. And now I'm going to put all my weight on my right side and my left elbow touching your right knee. 1 and 1. 2, 2, 3, 3, let's only do 10, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, and the last one, 10. Let us stop here, freeze for a count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Same thing on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let us release that. Back to Shavasana and rest for a bit. Now for the next one, we are going to use a brick, but feel free to use anything that is light, maybe a ball or anything else. So what we're going to do is to place this brick between both the feet like that and keep it down. Hands up over your head, and we're going to play pretty much passive parcel, and let us do it about 10 times. So take an inhale and let the pick cross. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the last one, 10. Let us stay here for a count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Release it down. That was a tough one, and we need to relax for a bit. So just feel your lower back, your abdomen after this posture. Let it relax for a bit. Awesome. Now when you're ready, let us turn to the side and align ourselves in one line with the mat like this. Now we are going to bend the left knee and use the right palm and hold your left foot, and we're going to stretch it out a little bit, let it go behind the head, and use the free arm. My left one is holding the right, so it's just the opposite ones. So this is the infinity pose. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Release that and let us do the same thing on the other side. Now, variation for this posture, if you're not able to get into it, is to do the same thing, lie down like this and just lift this up as much as you can for a count of 5 or 7. Left palm holding your right foot. Use the right palm onto your left, and let us stretch this so it pretty much goes behind the head and this right shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Release that, and we can turn over and get into the crocodile pose. So lying like this on your stomach, look at the blades of the feet, it is pressing down onto the floor. One palm on top of the other, and let us relax. Okay, now that we have done that, let us lift up a little bit like this to the swings pose. Mild low back stretch. Let us get into frog pose. So bending both your knees. Use your palms onto the top part of your feet and press it down towards the floor. These feet don't go towards the bottom but towards the sides. Lift up your head. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Release that and back to crocodile pose, Makarasana. Okay, so now here we are. Let us practice a little bit on the arms. So we're going to go like this again on tabletop, and just to warm up the wrist, let us go in clockwise. And in the opposite direction. Awesome. So now let us do a little bit of arm balancing. So let us get into plank a little bit. So bringing your palms like this, let us get into high plank, keeping the core really strong. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Back to your knees. And let us do child pose here. Rest here for a few deep breaths. Awesome. Now again back to plank, and we are going to work a little bit on arm strength. So what I'm going to do is, after we get into plank, bring my left palm, touch the right shoulder, bring it down, use my right palm and touch the left shoulder. We will do it for 5 times. So getting into high plank. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let us relax here for a bit again. Lifting up gently. Now let us do upward facing plank. It is called Purvottanasana in Sanskrit. So let us sit down like this. Palms are facing towards your body. Pressing down, we are lifting up. Bottoms should be up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slowly come back down. Awesome. And now let us do one more arm balance before we wind off. So let us try the crow pose. So for this one, we are going to squat like this. It's okay for your heels to be lifted up. I did this in my last video, so you're going to do a repetition of that. Palms pressing down. Keep your palms out open. Palms are pressing down, and the knees are actually protruding from your shoulders. And the lower you bring your shoulders, the better it is for you. So if you want, you can round your back just a little bit. Press, bottoms up, and then let go. That was a crow and not the crane. So we will probably do another video on advanced poses, and then I will certainly do the crane. That was pretty much it. Let us start the 3 sun salutations and we can call it off for the day. So come to the front of your mat, bending your knees. Inhale, let us do chair. Exhale, palms down, head towards your knees. Straighten your back, look up, inhale. Palms on both sides, step or jump to Chaturanga. Cobra pose, look up, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. From here, step or jump forward, looking up, inhale. Palms to the mat, head towards your knees, exhale. Bend your knees, come into chair. Inhale, Namaste. 2 more to go. Inhale, chair again. Exhale and palms come down. Straighten your back, look up, inhale. Palms on both sides, step or jump. Chaturanga. Cobra, look up, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Step or jump forward, looking up, inhale. Palms to the mat, head towards your knees, exhale. Bend your knees, come into chair, inhale. Samastitihi. Last one, inhale, chair pose. Exhale, bring your palms down. Straighten your back, look up and inhale. Palms on both sides, step or jump to Chaturanga. Cobra, look up, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Step or jump forward, looking up, inhale. Palms to the mat, head towards your knees, exhale. Bend your knees back into chair. Inhale, Samastitihi. Alright, let us lie down in Shavasana and do a quick relaxation. Let us take deep breaths. Feel the prana, your life force, running all through your body. Let us start from the soles of the feet. Let it relax. Relax your ankles, calves, the knees. Give it some loving light. Move up to the thighs, the pelvic area, feel it relax. Feel your lower back pressing against the mat. Focus on your stomach. Feel the rhythm of the breath. With the inhale, feel it expand, and with the exhale, feel your stomach contract. Move up to your upper back. Let it relax. Focus on your chest and feel your heartbeat. Ask your heart, what emotion does it feel today? Relax the palms, your wrists, forearms, elbows, and the upper arms. Let the shoulders relax. Feel the pressure points easing away on your shoulders. Relax the neck, chin, cheeks, and the forehead. Feel your eyes cooling down. Feel the breath against your nostrils. Feel the warmth inside your mouth. Scan your scalp and let it relax. Your entire body is now relaxed, and you are a divine being. Let us imagine our body shrouded in golden light. Imagine the 7 chakras of the body getting cleansed in that light. When you're ready, slowly turn to the side and rest your head on your elbow. When you're ready, you could stretch nicely and lift up from the side, and let us sit down in a comfortable posture. So sitting down either in half lotus or full lotus, or just like this, cross-legged, whatever you're comfortable doing. Bring your hands to mudra, place it like this on your knees. Let us do the cooling breath. You're going to grit your teeth like this. Suck the air in, inhale, and with the exhale, we're going to close our mouth. So let us do this 3 times. Let us now keep the index fingers to the ears. Keep your tongue on your upper palate like you're going to make the n sound. And keep your jaws open and the lips have to be closed. So B breathing it is. Let us do it 2 times. Slowly release the palms. Let us make heat by rubbing the palms together. Keep your heated palms on your eyes. Let us rub it across your face. Hold your right wrist with your left palm. Let us bow down to Mother Earth for bringing us together for yoga today. Thank you and namaste. Have an awesome day.